The year is 2023 or later. You're home after a long day of work and decide to unwind with some social media, because that's so relaxing. You open Instagram and this is the first joke you see. Ah, yes, people being compared to monkeys and liking fried chicken. Of course, we know who that's about. So you scroll away and see this meme. Okay, cool, people talking about their racial preferences. Then you open the comments. So you close Instagram and turn on Netflix thinking it'll have some more legit comedy.
I love your headpiece, man. I wanted to point that out. Say much respect. That looks fucking awesome. What's your name, man?
Chad.
Chad. Yeah, dude. Just a fucking burly ass dude. What is it called exactly? I want to be respectful.
Oh, it's a turban.
It's a turban?
Yeah.
Gotcha. What's that?
Sikh.
Sikh. I thought that was a racial slur. That's the actual thing? Oh, okay. Great to meet you, Chad. What's under? You got Voldemort under there? What's underneath that thing? Go to the Matt Rave Comedy Show. You're gonna want to buy a flight for September 11th. Fuck you guys, man. If we can't do some stereotypes, what are we doing, man? God damn it, I hate white people, Chad. God, I'd like to get rid of a few too. You know what I mean? I totally get it, bro. I really do. Too many of us. He's white? I don't know, what paint color would you say that is? What, lavender? bit of beige. Bomb beige. It's the last one, okay? God. Fucking hell, dude. You guys drove down from Kentucky for this? Fuck, man, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. I'll come up there. Yeah, well, I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. I'm not gonna fuck with you too much because everybody's being a fucking baby about it. Are you a father, Chad?
I'm not.
No kids yet?
No.
He said, thank God. Which one? Sikh, is it a religion, an ethnicity?
Religion.
It is religion. Like, what differentiates that from like Christianity? Like, what are some cultural differences in that?
But we do believe in reincarnation.
Oh, reincarnation. Is that all based on karma, you think? Fuck. Just in case. Can't risk it. I didn't even ask you where you were.
I flip houses.
You flip houses? Mainly demolition? Bro, I hate y'all so much, man. You guys aren't fun. You think you're cool and you're in with the group and you do one little thing, you're like, well, let's see if he laughs first. Fuck you guys, man. Like, Chad isn't my boy. God damn, man. Oh, if I had just the littlest bit of melanin, I would never fucking talk to y'all. Chad, you've been such a good sport. You were such a good audience member, man.
And it's the way that he's just hammering at it, just leaning into it, and the guy's sitting there, like, that's a real person. Okay, let's check out another one.
Come back to America and what do I see? Black Little Mermaid. One of the races that are known for being one of the worst at swimming. This is gonna get people killed. Look at me, mommy, I'm a mermaid. LaQuisha, no! Grab onto this chicken leg. What's next? A movie about an Asian NASCAR driver? Talladega Nights? Thank you.
An article from the Clout Institute explains that segregation led to Black Americans not having equal access to swimming grounds. Between 1940 and 1970, swimming experienced two different periods of popularity in the United States. Swimming pools played a crucial role in the public life of communities during this time, and they were often large, surrounded by leisure spaces, and provided recreational opportunities for people of all ages. Black Americans did have some access to the public pools of the 20s and 30s, but they faced systematic discrimination that ensured they had much less access than did whites. An article on ADL.org says that by the 1960s, American use of public swimming pools declined dramatically. This decline was the result of desegregation. Although some white people were comfortable with the desegregation of certain public domains, it seemed the majority of them shared the belief that swimming pools should be exempt from racial integration.
Would you swim in an integrated pool?
I sure would. I'm all for integration. It's the new frontier.
Not in Baltimore, it isn't. And may I be frank? First impressions can be tough, and when I saw you, I knew it. If your size weren't enough, your last answer just blew it.
Maybe I just wanted an excuse to put hairspray in here. Swimming pools are often unique in that they do not just require swimmers to share a space, rather swimmers must share an intimate space. In addition to concerns of contamination, whites had a deep and widespread fear of interracial romance and dating. Despite laws against segregation, African Americans were often met with angry and sometimes violent crowds of white people when trying to use a public pool. Now, there's an old Hollywood actress that I'm a fan of by the name of Dorothy Dandridge, and she's like Marilyn Monroe, but melanated. And she was performing at a hotel, and she was warned that if she went in the pool, they would drain the pool and scrub it clean. And in an act of defiance, she kind of just went by the pool and like stuck her toe in there. And they drained the pool and cleaned the pool because she, apparently they said she was too dirty or something to swim in the pool. And whenever Black people did have their own pool, it wasn't as well kept as the non-Black pools or the whites-only pools. And just little elements like that. And it's when you know stuff like that, it makes jokes like this not as funny. And even if, it's funny maybe like one time, but like it's been... Things like that are so outdated. It's such outdated humor. And I'm not saying that these comedians are racist. I get it. I can appreciate a dark joke. But I think there has to be... Let me let Matt Rife himself explain it, actually.
I have a question or conversation piece about that, though. Like, his podcast, everyone he'll say the most ridiculous things on his podcast. He's literally said the N-word on his podcast.
I know, that's what I was going to say.
Right? Nobody goes after him to try to cancel him. Nobody gets upset because everyone understands it's a joke. This is his comedic character.
And Theo
right?
just doesn't give a fuck.
Well, I think
Not
he
at
just
all.
found the perfect audience. Like, he is uncancelable. He can say
His
genuinely
audience. It's
anything.
kind of like
that's
Netflix.
honestly-
There's a lot of people.
That's what I'm trying to find,
Yeah.
and that's why I've started to gear my comedy towards being so unapologetic, because like I want to find the group of people who doesn't get offended by shit, who's just there. Everyone comes knowing, hey, we're gonna hear some outlandish shit. The same way your group chat and whatever group chat you're in would completely end all of your lives if it ever got leaked, right? I want my audience to feel like it's just one giant hangout, you know? And that's a bigger part of the population than people think. People who get sensitive and try to cancel everybody for every joke or everything that gets said is the tiniest fucking percent of the world's population.
But just the most vocal is
They're
the problem.
just the loudest and most annoying, which is why we have to all get together and end this shit and tell everyone, hey, if you're unhappy about a joke, fucking cry to yourself. It's not our responsibility to dictate
you
how
are
you
about
feel.
this. I think you're gonna.
It's
lead,
my entire fucking
You're
life.
gonna lead like the Me Too movement for cancel culture.
I might have to.
I believe in you.
I just think it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I
let's
just
not
don't
water
care.
down the Me Too movement.
But whatever.
It's just such a prominent part of my every day I wake up, it's something new. It just I think it all comes down to your intent. I think you can joke. There is not a single topic in the entire world you cannot make a joke about if it's done correctly.
I wanted to include that clip because my point was that I agree with what he's saying on intent and on context, because I think intent does matter at the end of the day. But the flip side of that is that there are some people who do agree with those things or do laugh at those things in a mean-spirited way, and who do sort of perpetuate that kind of humor and those stereotypes onto people in real life currently. Another thing that I want to touch on is misplaced outrage, where sometimes something really isn't actually meant to be offensive. Sometimes something just actually isn't offensive. Like, let's take blackface, for example. We know what it is. It's terrible. It's awful. No need to get into that. But when Kim Kardashian maybe tans a little darker than she normally does, people are quick to say that she's doing blackface, or that she's or they find another framework in which it's offensive. And I think things like that are where I would say that I'm like, I think the context matters. Let's take Camila Cabello, for example. The jokes, she got in trouble a couple years ago for the kinds of jokes that were on her Tumblr that she had back in the day when she was like 14. And I feel like that sort of cancellation was justified, because the nature of the jokes that she was relaying, a lot of them were they were so backward and ignorant. And it's at what point, how do you still find, it's not even funny, it's just mean. So I guess I made this video because, like I said, I can understand like edgy humor, like I get it. I get humor that pushes the envelope. But like, what's your maturity level if you're still laughing at the fried chicken jokes? And I just wanted to ask that. Like, am I being too, like, I feel like it's pulling us back, laughing at keeping stereotypes like this around and just saying, oh, it's just for jokes. But let me know what you think. Maybe I'm complete. That's why I made this. That's why the title is what it is. Tell me if I'm just like delusional and maybe we do need to like laugh at stuff like this. And I've been sitting on this video idea forever, but I saw and I was thinking today about finally doing it. And as I was thinking about it, I saw this reel on Instagram, and I think I'm gonna close with that because that actually encapsulates exactly how I feel. But yeah, let me know. Like, what do you think? Is it dark humor? Is it edgy humor? Are we over certain things? And thank you for watching.